Welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're doing another bottle kill report. Okay? We're going to go through some Babas that I have recently emptied and two that just have a little snooch left in them that we're going to kill right now and talk about what my final thoughts are on these bottles. So I thought we would first start off with this one. This is Michter's Sour Mash Toasted Barrel Finish Kentucky Whiskey. It's 86 proof and it's a special release. It's not normally available everywhere. And is it worth hunting? In my opinion, no. Is it good? Yes, it's good. But is it better than their regular sour mash or their regular bourbon? I don't think it's that much. I don't think it's much better. And is it better than Michter's American? I don't think so. I still think Michter's American is one of their best frickin' products. Now, clearly it's not a bourbon, it's an American whiskey, but I think it's superior to this. I think a lot of times Michter's American is superior to the Michter's 10-year, but Michter's 10-year is not on trial today. But this is. And I'm going to go with, nah, I wouldn't buy that again. I would take a pass on that. I was louder than I thought it would be going into the recycle bin. So we're going to not do that. All right, next we're going to do Buzzard's Roost. This is the Cigar Rye. This is an Indiana rye whiskey that they finished in Kentucky barrels that they smoked with tobacco. Is this interesting? Heck yeah, it's interesting. Is this good? Yes, it's good. Is it so good that I have to have another bottle? Probably not. I probably wouldn't buy another one. It's interesting. It's a fun whiskey to have your friends try because it's different. But is it something I would want to drink all the time? Nah. It's really not. It's good. It's great. Interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't buy that again. It's a one and done oddity. You know, like just a kind of a strange one. So that's fine. It is what it is. Next up, we're going to do Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon. This is their limited release Toasted Barrel, just regular old bourbon. This was a 2021 and of course 91.4 proofs. Is it good? Fuck yeah. Is it great? It's good. Lots of vanilla, lots of oak, a little tannic, a little spicy. Meh. Would I hunt it again? I honestly don't think I'd buy it. I think, for me, I think Michter's American is better than that. So if I can get Michter's American for 40 to 50 bucks, why am I paying $100 for this? What's in it for me? Like, you know, it's not double the value of a Michter's American. So hard pass. Now if it was a Michter's Rye, different story, because that stuff is the barrel strength rye, phenomenal. That I'll pay money for. But these special Michter's, I just don't see it. I just don't get it. Now this one is a store pick. It's a Yellowstone store pick from Inlet Harbor Liquors. And this is wonderfully funky and malty. And if you like Four Roses, I would expect you to like this because they do some funky yeast stuff like Four Roses. They use a funky historic yeast, special yeast strain, and it's fantastic. And this bottle did not last. I drank some of it and chopped up some for Patreon, and then drank some more, and it's gone now. So will I get another one? Yes, I will get another one of those. That one definitely gets a thumbs up. So that's the first thumbs up so far out of 4. Let's keep going. We're gonna do Oak and Eden. Now this one is their torched oak 4 grain. Now, I'm not in love with this bottle. This is the base whiskey that went into my store pick, my Amburana finished Santa Sauce store pick from Inlet Harbor Liquors as well. This is basically the base whiskey that's in that, but this one used a torched oak spire instead of the Amburana. And this they had a chemical, plasticky kind of note to this. The bottle actually smells amazing now. It's all butterscotch and like Werther's friggin' original. The bottle actually smells amazing. The whiskey wasn't quite as great. I don't know. I prefer their bourbon over their 4 grain regular, but the Amburana 4 grain, amazing. Now I have a bottle of the bourbon finished with Amburana coming, and I can't wait to compare that to my 4 grain with Amburana. Now when I picked my pick, one of the options was bourbon with an Amburana finish, and it was delicious, but I liked my 4 grain Amburana a little better, so we'll see. But that's coming soon. We'll do a video of that comparison just for fun. So Oak and Eden torched oak 4 grain, I'm gonna give that a thumbs down. I won't buy another one. I would buy another bourbon because I liked that better than this. So there it is. Wyoming whiskey. Now this is the Outrider. This is blended by Nancy Fraley. This is a Bourye. It's got 2 different mash bills blended together. One is 48% rye, 40% corn, 12% barley. The second is 68% corn, 20% rye, 12% barley. So a little blendy blend, and this is good. The rye is quite floral, which isn't my favorite way to enjoy rye. This is interesting and it's fun to drink, but would I buy another one just like this? No. Would I buy the new batch that's coming, that's a lot older than this? Yes, I will try that one. I would definitely want to get that one again. Would I replace this one in my collection? Probably not. This was fun to have and to drink and share with Patreon. But I don't think I would replace this. It's not great enough for me to want another one and keep that in the collection at all times. So there's that. Next up is Barrel King. This is Barrel King double oaked in Stag Junior barrels. So 6.5-year-old MGP whiskey finished in batch 15 or 17, I'm confused now, Stag Junior barrels. And this stuff is phenomenal. Phenomenally good. Super interesting. Would I buy another one of these? If more were available, yes. I regret only buying 2. And this bottle disintegrated super fast. I chopped up some of it for Patreon and drank the rest. And one thing that's really interesting about Barrel King is they don't filter when they go to bottling. And so whatever, like if you look in the bottom of this bottle, there's black soot from the barrel in there. And hey, that's just extra protein, right? That's what my dad always used to say whenever you get dirt. Which doesn't even make sense because there's no protein in dirt. But when you get dirt on your food when we were camping or whatever, Dad would always say, it's just extra protein. Eat it. And so that's what I always think in my head whenever I see chunks floating in my whiskey. I always think, it's just extra protein. The older I get, the more and more I'm becoming like my dad. So that one gets a thumbs up. I would absolutely buy that again. And the future batches, when they come available, I will be buying those. So there's that. Now, last up, we have Woodford. And this is the limited edition series number 17, the 5 malt stouted mash. This is... So 5 different malts that are normally used for brewing beer were used to make this whiskey. So this is a malt whiskey. This is not a bourbon. And it says Kentucky malt whiskey on the front. So this is super freaking weird. You know, it's odd. It doesn't qualify as an American single malt, but it is a American malted whiskey. And it's weird. I mean, it smells like beer, lots of chocolate, lots of funk. Like, it's funky. Oh man, I don't love it. It's rough. And normally I would chug the rest of this for the video just to finish it off because, you know, whatever, good times and stuff, fun times. But that's hard to drink. And I chopped up a good chunk of this bottle for Patreon because I knew there was no way in hell I was ever going to finish it. And I don't know. I mean, Woodford, with their special release stuff, they've had some swings and some misses. They've had some significant misses. And to me, the only ones worth buying are the batch proof ones. Those have been really great. Having a cask strength Woodford Reserve is really nice. But some of these special ones just it just misses for me. It doesn't hit. Now, if this was a double oaked or the 5 wood, oh man. I don't understand why they won't put out one of these. I mean, they need to do the double oaked in this size. That would be fantastic. Oh man. Yeah, I don't love that. I mean, it's interesting, it's fun to have to share with people, but it's not fun to drink. It's just too funky. It's coffee, like espresso bean. See, here's the problem. When I describe this, when I say the words, in my head, it sounds good. But the reality is that it ain't good. It's just rough. So I'm going to say the words, but you need to understand that when I'm saying these words, I don't mean it in a good way. It doesn't make sense. Espresso bean, obviously coffee, chocolate, but like dark chocolate. There's a little milk chocolate in there too, like actual chocolate milk. A little bit of leather. And that's about it. Now, when I say all those words, that sounds great. That sounds really good. But it's not. It does not come across nice. It's like all of those things, but like just grating in a not great way. So anyway, there you go. That's a big thumbs down. I would never buy this again. And seriously, screw you, Woodford, for putting this out, because I spent a lot of money on that and I hate it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.